All right, welcome to a Slack introduction and an introduction to the Instagram MegaPod community. So you've just signed in. I guess you're a little bit past me right here, but we're gonna pretend you've never seen Slack before. So welcome to the Slack bot. The Slack bot's gonna try and help us out. They're happy to meet us, and they're gonna start giving us tips. So they're telling us about the channels right now. Channels bring order and searchability to the team's conversations. And then the next tip is telling us about direct messages. You can send Slackbot a message, and you can send individual discussions between people, private messages. So we can then go and see we have a new message from Glixix, and this is the new welcome bot, Glixix, the wolf. So welcome to the Instagram pod community. If you haven't already, you gotta give the founder and co-founder a follow on Instagram, as this is required. And if we find out that you've unfollowed them, you will be removed. So it's pretty serious. You gotta start by following those two. And we currently have 3 separate groups. Got the no time zone group, where you can post anytime, engage anytime, and where comments are entirely optional. And then we have, there's no following required. So the other groups actually have a very strict following policy, but the no time zone does not. And then the North America post is very specifically from 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. And comments are mandatory, and following everyone in the North America post group is also mandatory. So you can see the 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern time group as is between 2 and 3 p.m. Eastern time. Very simple. So that would be comments are mandatory, and following each other is also required. That's very very simple, as I'm sure you can see. Yeah. So we also have some conversion times if you're in other countries, if you want to know what time that is. And to get started, you got to private message A. Lockerman, your Instagram link, your country, your time zone, and which group you'd like to be in. If you want to be just in the no time zone group, or if you want to also join up the 2 to 3 p.m. or maybe the 8:30 to 9:30, or all of the above, it's really up to you. You just have to be engaging with all of them. The second thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to read the rules, and those are located in the rules channel. And thirdly, if you have any questions, you can be sure to ask any of the admins, and they'll help you out as best as they can. And you can just click directly on one of those @ name signs, and it'll get you there. So we got a community developer admin team as well, with a single member so far, but growing. So start engaging by liking and commenting on each other's posts after you've done all the other things that you need to do. So that's your welcome from the Glixix. And if you want to see the next thing that we should be doing after, let's pretend we've sent already the message with the Instagram link, the country, time zone, and which group to be in, we're going to go check out those rules. Yeah, so you just want to scroll to the top, and we can see the purpose is these are the rules. So general rules, number 1, depending on which group you are in or decide to be in, you want to please check the rules for dealing with the individual groups. We've already gone over that a bit. We're going to go over some more. It's important to engage with the posts and provide a comment of at least 4 words, and ideally pertaining to the image caption. That's kind of important. And try to respond to the caption. And if you're satisfied, if you're the one that's posted and you're satisfied with the amount of comments you have received, or you don't want any more or don't want any at all, you want to use that reaction button on your own posting. We'll show you how to do that soon, and that will let the other users know that you don't want any more comments. So once you've done engaging with any post, we want to please add a reaction so that we know that you've engaged. It's really important. Give just a thumbs up or give a smiley face. Usually other people have also done that, so it's really, really simple to do. this is, no, we wanted to go to the no time zone post. So you can see that's a reaction. So you can just add a reaction. You can pick and choose whichever emoji you feel is appropriate, or you can just click the one that's already there and give it a thumbs up. And you want to do that after you've actually liked the post. So for example, I'd click here, I'd open it up, I'd see this post, I'd give it a heart, and if I were logged in, I would get a heart right there, and then I would get right back here, and then I'd just give it that thumbs up. As you can see it jumps to 5, but because I didn't actually do it, I'm going to unclick it and bring it back down to 4. And it's as simple as that. So it's really, really basic for the no time zone. Coming back, you are allowed to be in multiple channels. So if you are in multiple channels, like the no time zone, the 2 to 3, and the 8:30 to 9:30, you have to engage in those channels when you have a picture posted within them. So for example, if you post in the afternoon and nighttime channel, you have to engage in both of those channels. It's really that simple. So if you click on channels, you can preview this channel here. Now it's showing it right now. So all you do is you click on the channels button, and then you can click preview, and you can see the posts around the channel. Yeah, that just gives you a bird's eye view. If it's easier for you to just copy and paste a link, then don't think twice about it, and it's very perfectly all right. So back to the rules. Your engagement is going to be monitored using a retention list, and we're going to be checking your engagement. So if you break a rule, or if someone tells us that you've broken a rule, we're going to investigate and we'll check it out. And that's important that you follow the rules. So here, I'm just so you can see, I didn't join the channel before, so I'm just going to join the channel now because I want to be part of it. And right back to the rules. So now we are looking at your engagement. We're going to be checking that. And if you notice someone else isn't engaging, it's important that you report them to us as well, because we're not going to be doing all the checking all of the time. It's really a collective effort, and we want everyone to benefit. So it's important that we're all following the very simple rules. There's a 3 strike policy, so if you break any rule 3 consecutive times, you will be removed from the pod. Although your strikes do reset every month, but frankly, you don't need to test that. It's really we don't want to be removing people for making mistakes, accidental mistakes, but it's important that you actually give as much as you get from this community. So you can check the retention sheet and see your current status. You can see who the admins are. That's us, the community developer admin team. And then right here you can see the North American post and the 2 to 3 p.m. posts have the same rules more or less, except for different times. So you have to engage only when you are posting as well. So if you don't post, you don't have to engage, and you only have to engage with the post from within that time frame. So if someone posts before or after, don't feel that you have to engage with that post. There's that time limit for a reason. And it's really important to leave that reaction like I showed you before. It's really easy, not too complicated. And yeah, posts from before and after will be deleted, so don't worry about that. As we knew before about the for the no time zone posts, you don't have to follow, but for the North America posts in the 2 to 3 p.m., you do have to follow, and you have to follow, there's a link right there, and you can follow along and make sure once you get accepted, you can go and see who the North American follow is following, and then follow all of those people. That's really important. If you are part of the North America group, if you're part of the 2 to 3 p.m. group, then follow all the 2 to 3 p.m. people with that Instagram, the 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time follow group. And as I was saying, for the no time zone, there is no follow. Comments are optional, but the likes are mandatory. And you can post at any time and engage at any time. It's really simple. So if you're in one of those two groups, be sure to follow all of those people. If you're in both, follow both groups and everyone in it. And if you're in just the no time zone, then you don't need to follow anybody except for the creator, the founder, and the co-founder. Yeah. So you can see what's going on in the 2 to 3 p.m. And now I'll jump back to the rules and come back so you can see some general suggestions for those Instagram posts. So you want for stronger sounding, these I wrote, by the way, with the help from admins and the help of the community, suggestions. For stronger and more human sounding engagement, it's important and recommended to have the beginning of your caption be engaging. And the engagement question, which is also known as a call to action, you want that ideally at the top. You want captivating imagery that inspires people to write interesting comments. You want to do your best to respond to comments that engage with you. And then the hard commenting rules, it's really important that there's a 4-word minimum. And it's really important that you use safe for work and all ages posting only. When we come to the soft commenting rules, you don't want to create a generic comment. This is a nice capture. But it's not a hard rule. So if you kind of aren't that inspired, try and be as creative as possible, but don't be too bland. But if it's noticed that a lot of your comments are very generic and could be written by a bot, basically, it will count as an infraction. So it's important to take a little bit of time to reflect and make a meaningful comment. I mean, you don't want to be engaging with boring comments, so don't leave one. You want to read the comment to respond to any questions if possible. You want to try to continue the conversation by asking a question. You want to be personable and be real. And the more care you put into the community, the more you're going to get out of it. It's simple as that. And quite frankly, examples of good comments, love the warm tones, etc. Come try a little harder. So another channel that's really important is the announcements channel. If, as you see, it's at everyone, so you're going to get a notification to let you know that there's an announcement that's worth reading, worth learning about, and let you know about the changes that are going on in our group. So you can scroll and read all of these if you'd like. It's a good idea. It kind of brings you up to speed in the last few days what we've been up to. And letting you know that it's growing and evolving all the time. Discussions, drop on in, have a talk with us, with everyone. Just carry out a conversation, just general discussions. You have any questions, you can throw them in there before you send a question to an admin or a mod, and get a better understanding. If you want to learn how to use IFTTT, you can come into the No Time Zone tutorial and check that out. Follow along. It's really basic, really easy. And if you need a refresher on the rules, you can click there, see what's going on. And then there are the tips and tricks. So let's say you want to learn how to do something a little bit better. You can throw a question there and ask people what they think. You can also write in the collective document that I started, and we can start building a collective documents so that we can all learn together. It's a really great space to carry out a discussion on how to use hashtags better, or when we should be posting, or really anything to do with the tips and tricks of Instagram. So that is all you need to know, and maybe even a little bit more. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the discussion group, or you can always send one of the moderators a message. It's really great to have you in the community. I'm looking forward to engaging with you and engaging with your posts, and I'm really glad to be here. And I want to thank you all, and thank the founders and everybody involved for making this such a great space. So have a wonderful day.